What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about plans for Oceanside. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. So recently, Angela Kang answered a couple questions, I guess on Twitter or someplace, Instagram maybe, and it's come out that there were plans for Oceanside. We saw them in 11/16, and then only saw Luke and Jules, and then both of them died at the end of the series. But the question was asked to Angela Kang, per this person right here. I have to know, is Oceanside confirmed dead? It was left a little ambiguous, a lot ambiguous, and I wonder what happened to Hey Cindy Park and this person's character, so Rachel's character most likely. Angela Kang answered, at Deadheads Daily, they're not all confirmed dead. We originally wrote a scene in Oceanside for the finale, but we were forced to cut it before we filmed it due to unexpected circumstances that came up that were out of our control. Unfortunately, happens in production sometimes. Separately, sometimes we weren't able to go back to characters we wanted to go back to because the actors weren't available. Oceanside was a port community, and characters who lived there often took long fishing and sailing expeditions to explore and scavenge. That's what I personally think Cindy was doing at the time of the Commonwealth's attack. Rachel was there leading the fight. So Cindy was MIA, and that's another character that was really not really shown as a leader and was there and then popped up a little bit and then it's just Oceanside was such filler, and it's also confirmed per this site at The Walking Dead World. So two spots saw the same thing and they put it there too. So Rachel led the fight against Lance's troopers while Cindy was at sea. And I know a lot of people like myself, we don't like plot holes. We don't like loose ends. And Oceanside was filler. It was full of plot holes, full of loose ends, just a bunch of things that were like, okay, you know what? We need another community to fill in the gaps a little bit. They'll go there. They'll train. Tara will go there for one of the worst bottle episodes of the series. Season 7 is one of the worst seasons of the show. And Oceanside could have been a great community to see and advance the story. And will we see them again? I don't know. I think it makes sense that Morgan goes there, some sort of connection with Rick, Michonne there. But the fact that Cindy was underutilized is annoying. Rachel was okay, but again, they had her sign the treaty and sign this and sign that. You know, and it's just like, or the community thing where all the community signed it. But it's just one of those things where since 706, the inception of Oceanside is a good idea. But just the execution is pretty poor, in my opinion. And I did like the Cindy character. You know, it was a character that you're like, okay, she's in a tough spot. She helped Tara. But as for the other ladies, just like, come on, right? They just were filler. They got taken out by the Whispers and the Walkers. Luke, Jules, Beatrice, this other lady. You know, it's just like one of those things where like, okay, we have to have the red shirts come in to take them out. And you got to write it from time to time. I totally understand that. But remember the mistake, the possible mistake with Carl? He's aiming down his patch eye. You know, like I remember a lot of people pointing that out. But the whole thing with Negan and the guns, and they're hiding, and then they give the guns up, and then they're there, and they're useful, and they're not, and they come and save the day at Hilltop. They have their moments, but overall, it's just another community, kind of like the Kingdom that was filler, right? But again, another mistake. Like, look at it. When Carl's clearly, it's just probably easier because he's right-handed. So it's just one of those things that are like, he's just doing that because he is right-handed. I mean, it makes sense. But the plans for Oceanside would have been cool to see. It just shows that the final 8 episodes were rushed. There was more story left to be told, and they didn't have a chance to tell it for one reason or another. Is it Kang? Is it Gimple? Is it the executives? Is it AMC? Is it the budget? Is it the time? Is it whatever? Is it all those things? But either way, they wrapped it up. We didn't get to see Oceanside, but evidently they were still around. Could we see them again? For sure. The Oceanside community is on the studio, so we could at some point. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Hopefully you've seen our videos about Rick Grimes Andy Lincoln filming in New Jersey. The Daryl stuff is still filming. It's rumored that they're going to go right into season 2 filming, which I guess keeps Daryl in France for another season. But like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.